Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Bowman, and
This is Mrs. Shimia.
welcome to math. This is math for Tuesday, May 26th. This week is a little different because we have no work on Monday, May 25th. So math is starting on Tuesday. For math today, you will need your math workbook B2 and a pencil or crayon. If you need to go get those supplies, pause the video and then head out. All right, so today we are working on classifying and sorting. So when I sort some objects, boys and girls, we can sort by shape, color, size, and patterns. So our workbook pages today, we are going to practice that. All right, on page 12, in the middle here, you will see there is a circle and there is a triangle, okay? If I look at my objects, a soccer ball, an orange, a sandwich, a balloon, a street sign, and the sunshine, I can see that they're all different colors. So today I'm not going to be sorting on this page by colors, but I am going to be sorting by shape. So I'm going to sort by circle and triangle. When we talked in school, we had talked about how all things around us are made of shapes. So let's take a look at the soccer ball. The soccer ball is round, so it's a circle. So you just see the dot underneath the soccer ball. I want you just to draw it to the dot above the circle. Slide over to the orange, and orange is also round. So we are going to draw a line to the yellow circle. Okay, our next shape is a sandwich, and you can see it is not round. It has three sides, so it is a triangle. So we're going to connect the dot between the sandwich and the blue triangle. All right, on the bottom, we have three more objects. We have a balloon. A balloon is what shape? Did you say
circle?
Circle, very good. So I'm going to draw a line and connect to the circle. Next, we have a sign that has three sides. So remember, our choices are circle or triangle. So this one would go to the triangle. And the very last one, the sunshine, is round and it's a circle. So I'm going to connect all the way over here. Okay, good job. So this page, we sorted by shape. Let's see what the next page is. Turn to page 13. It looks just like my screen. All right, so now in the middle here, I have a whole bunch of different shapes and different colors. I noticed that in my first box here, the shapes seem kind of small. And then in my second box, the shapes seem big. So I think I can't sort by colors because there's lots of different colors here. So I think I have to look at the objects and decide, are they small or big? Okay, so we have, this looks like a dad. So a dad, would a dad be big or small? We would draw a line over here to the big. Okay, we have a bird. A bird, is this bird big or small? I would say small. I know there's different types of birds, but this bird here is a small bird. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I made a mistake.
Yeah, okay, Mrs. Yeah. It's a big bird.
It's a big bird. And you know why I made that mistake? Because when I looked ahead, boys and girls, if you see this bird here, this bird is much smaller than that. So normally a bird would be small, but you know what? I'm going to erase. Sometimes we make mistakes, and that's why it's good to use our pencil. So I'm going to reconnect my dad to the big shapes. This bird, the blue bird, is actually a big bird. So I'm going to go to the big shapes. Because remember, this bird down here is much smaller. A baby is small. The red bird down here is much smaller than the blue and yellow bird. So I'm going to draw it to the small box. All right, so this looks like a boy. What do you think, Mrs. Shimia, for the boy?
I think it's a big boy, so I would draw him big shapes.
I agree with that. Very good. And the bird. So again, here's the bird. The yellow bird is like the blue bird, much bigger than the red one. So I would say the yellow bird goes to the big shapes. What do you think, Mrs. Shimia? Does that look good?
That looks good, Mrs. Bowman.
All right. So we've sorted by shape. We've sorted by size, big and small. Let's see what is next. All
Ooh,
right.
colors.
Colors. All right. We've got two colors here. We have a box with yellow shapes and a box with red shapes. So now we have to look at our objects and sort. I think we're going to go very fast on this one because we are awesome with our colors. So the sunshine, yellow.
Can I help Mrs. Bowman? How about the bird go to yellow too? Because he's a yellow bird.
Perfect.
And how about the red hat go to the red shapes?
Perfect.
I think it's an apple down there. Do you think it's an apple or a cherry, Mrs. Bowman?
Well, I'm not, I thought apple at first, but it has a really long stem, so it really could be both. So
But both an apple and cherry are red, so how about we just move them to the red shape?
move it to red. Perfect.
And a red fire hydrant is going to go to the red shapes.
Perfect.
And a yellow pair of shorts are going to go to the yellow shapes.
Perfect. Good job. All right, let's see what's next. All right, Mrs. Shimia, what are we going to sort by in this page?
Oh, this is fun. This is patterns, boys and girls. And if you look in the middle, the two boxes, one box has shapes that have patterns that are stripes. And it looks like the next box has patterns that are checkered. So we're going to quickly take a look at the object and draw a line to see if they have stripes or checks. So Mrs. Bowman, if you put your pencil on the first cap, it looks like there's checkers there, checks on his, so it's going to go to the box with the checks shapes.
Got it.
And then next looks like a placemat or a picnic blanket maybe, and that is also have checks on it, so we're going to draw to the check shapes. Now, Mrs. Bowman, the watermelon has stripes, so we're going to draw a line to the box with the stripes.
Perfect.
And we're going to look at the bottom now, and these look like clothes. So the first one looks like a pair of pajamas, and that is definitely going to go to the stripes. And the second, maybe a coat or a sweatshirt, and that is also has stripes on it, so that's going to go to the stripes. And then that last coat there is checkered, so that's going to go to the box with the checkered shapes.
Very good. All right, here we go.
All right, let's take a look at this, Mrs. Bowman. The directions read, make an X on the item that doesn't belong. So if you put your finger next to number 1, we have a red hat, a red fire hydrant, and it looks like some grass. I would put an X on the grass, Mrs. Bowman, because grass is not going to, the color does not match the other two.
No, I agree.
Now, if we look down at number 2, we have a balloon, an orange, and a watermelon. And here, Mrs. Bowman, I think I would put the X on the watermelon because the watermelon is more of an oval shape where the orange and balloon are round. What do you think, Mrs. Bowman?
I agree. And the orange and balloon have no stripes, and the watermelon has stripes too.
Mrs. Bowman caught that. Great job. All right, number 3. We have a boy waving, a bird, and then a baby. I think here, Mrs. Bowman, I would X out the baby because the bird and the boy look a little bigger. What do you think?
I agree with that. And the baby was small. That was when we were sorting on that other page. These two were big and the baby was small. Yep, I agree.
Now, when we move down to number 4, we can see that it looks like a striped coat, a checkered hat, and a checkered blanket. I think, Mrs. Bowman, I would put the X on the striped coat because that has stripes and the other two objects have checkers on them.
I agree. Good job. All right.
All right, boys and girls, this gets a little bit harder now. We have to read some words and we have to match the shapes to the words, and sometimes they can have lines that go to 2 words. So let's read the words first of all. Mrs. Bowman's going to put the pencil on. The first word is big, small, yellow, blue, circle, and triangle. So Mrs. Ball, if we put our pencil on the dot next to the big blue circle, I first would draw a line to the word big.
Okay, so that's the top one.
I would draw a line from there to the word blue. And I would
Okay.
also draw another line to the word circle. What do you think, Mrs. Bowman?
Whoa, that's awesome. That one has three qualities to it. Awesome.
Now we're going to move our finger down and we see a yellow circle. Well, I think that's small. So I would draw a line to the word small from the dot next to the yellow circle. I would draw a line to the word circle. Oh, the word yellow.
Yeah.
And the word yellow.
And the word
Because it is a small yellow circle.
got it.
Now, if we move our finger down to the blue triangle, again, I think it's small. So I would draw a line from the dot next to the triangle to the word small, to the word blue, and the word triangle. It looks like we're making some triangles in there, Mrs. Bowman, with a pencil.
Absolutely.
All right, now we're going to move down to the last shape on this page, and that is a yellow triangle. I would start with the word big though, Mrs. Bowman. So I would draw a line from the dot next to all the way up to the word big. I would draw a line to yellow. And I would draw a line to triangle.
All right. Good job.
Good.
All right.
All right, and I think this last page, Mrs. Bowman, again, we have some words here that can be tricky. So the directions read to make an X on the wrong common attribute. Wow, Mrs. Bowman. So we have to read the 3 words below the shapes, and we're going to X out the wrong common attribute. All right, so if you take a look at both of those shapes, Mrs. Bowman,
Yeah.
they're both the color red, so we're not going to X that out.
No.
They're both the shape of a triangle, so I'm not going to X that word out.
No.
But I think we should X out the word small, Mrs. Bowman, because there's a big and a little there.
Yeah, you're right.
How about you do the next one, Mrs. Bowman?
Okay, that sounds great. So if we look at the 3 shapes, they are all green. So we cannot cross off the word green because they all are green. The first word here says square. So if I look at them, are they all a square? No, they are not. So let's keep that in our mind. And the middle word says small. And if I look at the shapes under here, these are definitely small. So these are all small green shapes, but they are not all squares. So I would cross off the word square. All right, our last problem for the day. All right, go ahead, Mrs. Shimia.
Okay, so let's take a look again at the words big, purple, and circle. Well, first of all, Mrs. Bowman, I think they're all big.
I agree.
And the second word, purple, I don't think they're purple. And the last word is circle, and I do think they're all circles. So, Mrs. Bowman, I would X out the word purple. How do you feel about that?
I agree. And actually, none of them are purple. So it really tried to trick us on that one. So purple is gone. Excellent. All right. All right. So boys and girls, you did awesome. This week, there will only be 1 math video. All of these pages that we did together. So you will need to please take a picture and send them to your teacher. And then on Seesaw, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there will be an activity that goes along with this. Thank you for joining us today. You guys did awesome.
Thank you.